Hey, good morning to my subscribers in the Philippines. Good evening to my subscribers in America and beyond. Welcome to Sunshine Shoulders. We're a resource of information for the new man and woman who's contemplating coming to the Philippines, for a visit, for a slow vacation, or to rejuvenate. Okay, because we don't say retire here. When men come here, when women come here, what I found out in my 11 years is they don't retire, they rejuvenate. Trust me. In my 11 years, okay, I don't know if this is your first time watching or your 10th time. Doesn't make me an expert. I don't want to come off as some know-it-all, because if I do, I'm missing the mark. And, I apologize, okay? I just want to be helpful. But I'm boots on the ground here. I'm right in the middle of all of this. I live among the locals. I don't live in some fancy tower in Makati like a lot of these vloggers around the edges of the Philippines. I live right in the middle, and it's for your benefit, man. And I give you the nitty gritty. That's just what I'm seeing down here, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. And I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm never going to sugarcoat it, okay? Because it's not going to do you any good, okay? I want to give you a true perspective of what to look for, what to expect when you get here, when you arrive. If you say to yourself, yeah, Calvin mentioned that, Calvin warned me about that, then hey, I've done my job. Thanks again for stopping by, especially the new subscribers that have come on board, because I'm going to tell y'all something. I've got the best subscribers on YouTube, and I'll argue about that. But it's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly, and this is something I started just to kind of lighten things up. I usually do 2 videos, the good, bad, and the ugly, and then I'll do something relevant to the new man and woman coming over. But the good today is very good. It's bill day here, so I've got to pay my electric bill and I pay my water bill. And my electric bill for September, it's due today, was 649 pesos. And for those of you who's trying to calculate in your head, it's $13.40 US. $13.40 US for my electric bill. Okay? Standing ovation. My water bill was a little bit higher, 393, almost double than it normally is, but I found out why. So that's about $8, about $8.50. But I know why. I've got to replace my faucet on my kitchen sink. It's leaking, and it's causing me a lot of extra money. But $8.50, that's double what I normally pay. So I just gave her the money, $21, about $1,100. I gave her 1,100 pesos. That's my utilities. I already told you that my rent here is 7,000 pesos, which is $140. Okay. And I don't know about you, see, when you have low expenses like that, it gives you a level of freedom that I never experienced over there. See, it frees me up from that heavy burden that the bills over there put on you. See, and it's about freedom for me today. I don't know about anybody else. That's why I don't get into them cost of living arguments. See, I'm 57, man. It's all about being free today. I'm tired of being tied down by a lot of that unnecessary stuff that I can avoid, And by coming over here, man, I can avoid all that high mortgage and car note, man. The last new car I had a new convertible, man. It was $625 a month, man. My ex-wife got that, but, then it was another $200 a month because we had a car, van, and we had 2 cars and a van. And we tied it with our homeowner's insurance. That was another $200 a month. Just ridiculous money, So before I even got up in the morning, I'm looking at 5,000 US a month in bills. Man, that's a heavy burden on your mind, man. You become a slave, really. So now I'm free, I don't live on a plantation anymore. So that's the good. Actually, that's the very good today. The bad is this homeschooling, man. My son and my daughter in the U.S., my son's studying over here, my daughter in the U.S., they're struggling with it, man. And mainly with concentration. Being at home, being in front of that computer screen, doing those modules. It's a chore, man, because one of the reasons I brought my son here to the Philippines to study, you know, he's in the second grade, is because learning is fun over here. It's still fun in the Philippines, okay? Because he struggled over there in kindergarten rather. I mean, he really struggled. And the teachers, and no one was offering any support. It was like he was in college. So I brought him over here because it's fun. He really likes it. He says, Daddy, I want to go to school here. But now that it's, you know, the pandemic and everything, you know, he's really struggling. And because he had fun in school. But so, you know, let's hope that this pandemic can end, man. Just you know, just so everybody can get back to the new normal. The kids can go back to school and get on with their learning. Because my daughter, this is her senior year, man. And my heart really goes out to her. We had so much planned for her, but now, you know, it's all on hold because, you know, of this COVID, the pandemic, and, you know, and she's, you know, doing her studies at home. But I'm still going to help her to get the car that she wants. You know, you know, her version of a car, my version of a car is totally different. When I was her age, I didn't have a car, and I would have probably died of a heart attack if my mother would have bought me a car, or even offered to go in with me on a car. Man, we were, you know, we were poor. But she wants a new car, and hell, I'm looking at something probably early 2000s. You know, so you got to earn your stripes with me. But that's the bad, man. You know, the ugly. This is kind of strange, and you probably heard of this. But the ugly. I read a story this morning about it, man. It's the online dating scams. But guess what? It's not the men and it's not the foreigners being scammed. It's the Filipino over here being scammed. And man, I was shocked. I was stunned. I was like, how could this happen? But it's a syndicate and they're working out of Nigeria, out of Africa. And, you know, Filipinos, you know, let's face it, man, they fall in love quick and they fall hard. And these guys are having them send them money, you know, to start businesses or help them to get a ticket over here. Or another scam that they use is they'll say, hey, I sent you a package over there, but you gotta pay for the customs or something like that. And man, it's a big time scam over here. And it's costing a lot of these women their life savings, you know, because a life savings over here, you know, for a lot of these Filipinos, you know, it might be $2,000, $3,000 that they've saved over their entire life. Remember, I told you when I first came over here, I spent $7,000 in 2 months. And at that time, my wife has a college degree, was earning about 5,000 pesos every month. It's about $100 US a month. It would take her 6 years if she saved every penny that she had, no expenses, not buying anything. It would take her 6 years to save $7,000. So you see what I'm saying? So that's the ugly. And it kind of makes it hard on guys like me because the perpetrators, they look like me. See? So guys, if you look like me, your experience online may be a little more skeptical now because, I mean, it's a really big scam over here. You know, the ladies may be a little bit more skeptical of you than they normally are because they want to make sure you're real. They want to make sure that, you know, you're not this part of this love scam is what they call it. See, because, you know, we say these nice things and that's what the love scammer does. He says all these sweet things to butter her up, draw her in, and then goes in for the kill. So we're online, we're saying sweet things, and they're saying, you know, they're skeptical because they're saying, you know, maybe this guy is a scammer, you know, because he looks like the scammer. So be careful, man. You know, slow down a little bit. But that's my ugly for the day, man. These women are losing everything they have. One lady just got lucky. Okay, she was getting ready to send the guy $1,250 US. That's like 3 months salary, 3 months of her salary. But the bank manager became suspicious and caught that. She was like, this isn't right, you know, for her to send this money over here to Ghana. So that's the ugly for the day. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Remember, if you're in America, I know it's getting late. Before you lay your head on that pillow, please help somebody, you know. And if you're in the Philippines, it's early. You got all day to help somebody, because I know if I don't know anything else, it's one thing I know for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Thank you so much. Stay COVID free, stay safe. I'll see you later with my other video, okay? Thank you.